Hey, so I just want to make a quick video just to show what I'm talking about. Hopefully this will help. First off, I'm not sure if you are installing either a cracked plugin or a legit plugin. Personally, and I'm going to out myself here, but I do use a variety of both. However, I'm just going to install a legit copy of Serum because I do have that, and I would assume most other people who may watch this would have this as well. So I just have this update that I got from Xfer's website. It is just for Serum effects, but the process is still the same for everything. So you just click it. You might get this here. You just click yes, obviously, and then you'll go through the process. You just hit next. I agree. And then here, I don't think they have this option on Mac. Like you were mentioning, it goes and just does it by default, and they're all saved to a default location. Once you go and you set your location on Windows, I believe by default, any other plugins will automatically be saved to the same spot. However, check on each and every one of these installs for every plugin just to be sure, because sometimes it might go and still override your default path that you've set, and we'll still go and install somewhere else. So before I jump into this, I just pulled this up here on Steinberg's website, and these are a list of possible options. Now these are just for VST2. This is the most common format here, and so I like to install VST2 because it's usable across Mac and Windows, as well as VST3. I think for Serum it doesn't have the option here, but by default it does go and install it. And so if we go back here, you can see that this right here are two different possibilities for where VST3 files are going to be installed. So if you're installing a plugin that's just VST3, I would look at one of these. But anyways, we're kind of focusing on VST2 right now. So if I go back, I'm just going to choose both of these. So 64-bit, I believe handles, it kind of handles CPU a bit better. When 32-bit is just a little bit lighter. So anyways, and then here you'll see this destination folder, and here you can go and kind of choose where you want to go and install things. So here, if you read, this is for installing 32-bit. Now I typically don't use 32-bit, but I still install it just in case. So I'm just going to hit next. I'm just going to leave that be. And so this is my default destination folder where I install everything. So if you don't have this set up, you just hit browse, and you can choose wherever. So by default, I think everything is either in like program files or program files x86. One of those two. Common files is another one, which I think is a hidden folder. So if you're not seeing one of those folders, just look up how to excuse me, just look up how to go and show hidden folders, and that might solve your issue as well. But all I did is I just did make new folder just here inside of my local disk, which is where all my files are stored, and then just went and set this right here. And I'll make additional folders here for different plugins, just so that way they're all kind of categorized nicely, so it's not like a huge overwhelming amount of plugins. I just have it all set up like this based on the company and stuff. However, if you go into my Ableton, some are not like this, and that's just because on past versions of Ableton, this is how they were installed. So I don't know if this makes a difference or not, but I just kept how they were installed the same in terms of file path, so that way when I open up older sessions, these plugins aren't breaking in terms of like, oh, this plugin can't be found, etc., etc. Anyways, so you choose that, and then once you've chosen that, then you can click install, and then that way you'll know where they are. Now if you can't find them, then you can just go to here to search and do add or remove programs, and then you just look through here. You can also use the search bar here to search for the program, and you just look through for it, and you just click one, and I don't know why that didn't work. We'll just choose this, but then you just click uninstall, and then you can do a fresh install of whatever plugin it might be just so that way you can try and look for it again. So yeah, hopefully this helps out.